So welcome to Farmers Conversation. I'm hanging out with Papa Rola today. I'm in Mokopani. How's it, man?
No, man. I'm good in yourself.
Great.
Sure.
Brayak. So I came here to know more about you.
Okay.
Because I've seen your stuff on Twitter. You've engaged in the Twitter space.
Sure.
So I just said, let me just go today and have a conversation with Papa Rola and get to know Papa Rola.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Papa Rola is a farmer, is a hustler, entrepreneur, ex-employee. You know, I used to work at the mines. Well, my profession, I'm an environmentalist by profession. I worked at the mines for many years until I decided to start my own thing, my own craft. You know, I was just tired of being an employee because I felt like being an employee, man, you don't really get to do and get to realize your full objective.
So you just wanted you have your own thing actually.
So now I'm doing my own thing. I've got my own farm, something that I really wanted and I'm very passionate about. And obviously there are reasons why I went specifically into farming. And yes, we can share all of those details.
But what made you just to say, you know what, I'm gonna do broiler chickens?
Right. Okay. Broiler chickens. Well, before, like I said, I was an employee, and you know when you're an employee, there are so many limits.
Yeah.
You've got someone that you report to.
Yeah.
Then they've got someone that they report to.
Yeah.
Either way, as long as you are not the owner of the company, you'll have someone to report to.
Yeah.
Whether you're a CEO or you are a sectional manager or a superintendent of some sort, whatever that you are, you still have someone to report to. I felt that I don't need that because it was limiting me. I wanted to do certain things, but I cannot do them because I have to report to this person and say, how about we do this? Then they don't like it. And then it got to frustrate me because I think I want to implement what I think is best for me and what I think was best for the company. Yeah. So those were the first frustrations. Reporting to someone that do not share, you know,
the same vision as
you. COVID was also an eye-opener.
Yeah.
Because I realized if I were to be retrenched today because of market issues, I mean, COVID got the economy to be on a standstill.
Yeah, it really showed so many people playing COVID.
My wife got to be retrenched just before COVID, and then I was the only one working during COVID. And then I realized, what if I also get to be retrenched? And you've got all these debts. You've got cars, you've got bonds, you've got kids' school fees, you've got food to buy because you're not farming. You buy from the shops. You don't make your own food. And then I thought, you know what, maybe I need to do something that is going to be sustainable, even if I get to be retrenched or she works or whatever the case might be. But we must have something that is of our own that can sustain our lives, whether COVID or not. There could be other pandemics that can come. And I deliberately use pandemics because I think it's a pandemic that was planned. So there could be others that can be planned in future. And then whatever that COVID did might also resurface again.
Yeah, that's true.
So then I then realized farming will be the most sustainable thing because people eat every day. And people go to the shops every day to buy food. So if you really need something that is sustainable for your family and for yourself and for everyone next to you, you need to produce food. That's the basis. Then food will make you to get other things that you need and want. So, and then I looked at different types of farming. I mean, there's crop farming, there's chickens, there's cattle, livestock, and all sorts of other farming. Then I looked at something that is more popular, Momokopami. The market.
And you wanted something that you know for a fact that if I start this today, tomorrow I can have something.
Yes. And that's why I didn't start with layers and eggs. because of that's for me a marathon.
Yeah, it's a long-term.
It's a long-term thing. You don't start it today and make money in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, you start it today and make money maybe in a year or two from there. So I needed something quicker. And then broiler chickens, I mean, they take 5, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, then they are ready to sell. Yeah. Right? So, and of course, I looked at
most African, we love chicken.
Of course. And I know myself, if I wanted something, I mean, every Sunday there's a chicken in every household.
That's true.
So the market is big for a broiler chicken.
Yeah, especially on Sundays, because I know that lot of families buy chickens on Sundays.
Exactly. So, yeah, then I went into broiler chickens, researched. I am on Twitter, saw a lot of farmers there. But at that time, I was already doing it. But I didn't start with a farm of this size. Obviously, started backyard.
I thought you started here.
No, I didn't start here.
Oh, so you started at home?
I started at home.
Oh, okay.
I was a reseller first. I had to buy from white farmers at their plots, bring like 100 chickens in my small chicken house, and then we sell to the local community.
So on that note, right now you produce and sell to resellers. You buy chicks and you grow them, then you sell them to resellers.
I do that, yes.
So I want to ask you a question. Between the process of you buying as a reseller, back time when you were a reseller, and now, which one do you think has a quicker money and more money?
Okay, it depends on the numbers, right?
Yeah, I know it depends on the numbers, but I just want to check for you because you are doing it.
Yes.
Now I only grow and sell, but I don't sell to resellers. I just grow and sell to to households. So, but I want to understand from your experience between being a reseller or growing to sell, which one will you prefer?
Okay, I would prefer to actually maybe let's just stretch this further.
Yeah.
Because I think it's even more limited.
Yeah.
I would obviously prefer to be a commercial farm, right?
Yeah.
I want to grow chickens, whatever thousands in, 6 weeks, thousands, all out.
Yeah.
With a signed contract.
Okay.
That's the one I want, right?
Yeah.
But now we are talking small scale farmers, right? You prefer whether I prefer reselling or growing and selling to resellers.
Yeah.
I have a variety of clients or of customers. I sell to resellers. I also sell to households with no stock price, like normal price.
Normal price.
70 rand, 75. I do that also.
Yeah.
But I would prefer to sell to resellers in big numbers. Because of resellers, they take in large numbers. Yeah. A reseller won't come here and buy 10 chickens. They'll come and take 80 chickens, 100 chickens, 200 chickens. Yeah. So if you are... The unfortunate part is with resellers, they hop around. Farmers. So they come to you, you give low quality chicken sometimes because of our suppliers. Then they no longer come in the next month. And you've got like 3,000 chickens to sell within a space of a week. And they're all, maybe half of them are gone. Now you've got so many chickens that you still need to feed and so forth. Only provided if their resellers can have a commitment to say, okay, we'll come and buy from you. Then I'll stop selling to the local people or to the households and only open the doors for the reseller so that I don't compete with them also. Because now the unfortunate thing is I sell to you these chickens at 55 rands each as a reseller.
Yeah.
You sell them 80 bucks.
Yeah.
Qualification or komagaye.
Yeah.
They still call me komagaye or and my chicken like is 60 rand. I mean 65 rand.
65.
So they won't buy from when I reseller or that you're selling a chicken at 80 rands. They still buy from me at 65. Yeah, so if they can understand, especially the resellers, to say, okay, let's commit to support our black farmers by they're producing big numbers so that we don't compete with them.
Because the problem that I've seen, because I have one friend of mine who's also doing the same thing you're doing. He sells to resellers.
Yes.
But it's the problem of the big guys who also start selling to resellers. Because you'll find that he's selling at like 6 rand. And then there's a white guy next to him, he has a big farm. And I think they're doing around 100 and something thousand chickens per cycle. And then they sell to resellers at around 50 rand.
You see, yes. It's unfortunately we cannot get to a point where we all sit together and discuss how we should, sell these chickens. My ideal way of doing it is if you're a reseller, or if they are resellers, and we know they are there.
Yeah, they're there. Many of them.
If they support me and they make a commitment to come and buy from me, then I will stop selling to other people. Especially because I will be competing, and it's unfair for them. Because my chicken houses must be empty for these people to go and buy from the resellers. Because I sell them cheaper than them.
So now you're competing with your customers.
Now I'm competing with the same customers. So it's just, but obviously ideally we should be selling to big markets, and that's obviously the plan and the mission. Or we should be selling at our local restaurants, at our local supermarkets, and
Also, for you say you prefer selling to resellers.
I prefer selling to resellers because they take big numbers. I mean, if you sell to households, they don't consume more than 10 chickens a month, no matter how size the family.
Because what I did with my business and how I had to navigate it is that I know that every month I take 10 to this family, I take 5 to this family, I take 3 to this family, I give this one 2, that one I know it takes 1, that one takes 3. So that's the approach that I went to when I started my business. Like, guys, we're gonna work this week and this is the price.
Okay.
So for me, I believe that we can still work with households if they are really committed also to the household.
Of course.
Because if you check resellers, money is there, but it's little. You have to have big numbers.
Yes, you have to
have more money.
Of course.
But if you work with households, there's more money there, other than being selling to resellers. That's the way that I think black people should start supporting us in a way. Like, they don't buy those dry packs or whatever. They must just buy fresh chickens.
No, I also have that market. I actually have a variety of markets. Like I said, I've got resellers, I've got households that I supply monthly. Chisanyama, not yet. I don't have the capacity as yet.
Okay, those guys who do chicken dust.
Yes, I still need to increase my numbers before I can supply those ones. Currently, I'm doing 3,000 chickens per cycle.
So we have 3,000.
No, we've got 1,000. I do 1,000 every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
So in 6 weeks, it's 3,000 chickens.
Okay. Damn.
So I still need to have, if I can do 10,000 per cycle, then I'll also approach those ones with chicken dust. Because those ones, they prefer, smaller chickens. Because of they dry quicker. And at a cheaper price, of course. But if you look at your cost per chicken before you sell it to them, you'll still make profit. Even if you sell a chicken for 45 rands to them. I'm just giving an example.
But you're also going to need a good quality of chicks.
You need good quality chicks, of course.
Because the one you just showed me and say they are almost 4 weeks.
And they're still very small.
They're still small. Because I know those Chisanyama guys, they prefer the ones for 4 weeks actually.
4 weeks, yes. But that size that I showed you, you cannot supply to them already. It must be at least between 1.4 to 1.8. I think for the Chisanyama. But like I said, I have a variety now of markets. Even look, I'm a business person and I'm selling chickens. What you do with them, it doesn't really matter to me. So, like I said, the variety, it's resellers, it's your households, it's your profit.
It's everybody.
There are people, they slaughter chickens to, I've got those as well. They call, I've got people that I need to clean. So, and I've got like 15 of them. Bring me 15 chickens. So I've got that market as well. So I just take chickens, live chickens, and deliver to them. Then they know what they do with the chickens.
So the journey from your backyard to here. Did you start with one house, two, or you just came here and like, yeah, I'm gonna build 2 houses?
Okay, what happened is I bought this land some time back.
Yeah.
Before I even thought of doing chicken.
Oh, it was just there.
The land was there.
Because the mistake that I did, I bought land before I can start the business.
I did the same.
But even today, I haven't used that land.
Exactly. So I did the same. I bought the land and I didn't know what to do with the land. But I just thought, let me just buy a piece of land. One day I'm going to do something on that land. Yeah. I had that vision anyway that I'm going to have a business. But which one I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I bought the land, kept it here. It was just a bush. And then I was still working. And one thing about us, especially when you are like middle class, working at the mines with a normal, nice salary, that you can be approved to buy a house and to buy a car and to take kids to nice schools. You sort of think that is the life. But I was very fortunate that I got to think beyond that, to say, let me have a piece of land. In case I want to start a business, then I'll be able to do so. And then when I started with the chickens, it's because of I had a friend that was doing chickens, and chickens. Then as I was saying, I was thinking, what farming can I do? Broiler chickens. And I started at home, quick, ukukunyana, that can house like 200 chickens. And then I started reselling. I was actually buying chickens from Pretoria to Muko. I was driving from Rustenburg past Pretoria, one of the plots, pick up chickens and drop them off.
Oh, so you're working in the northwest?
I was working in the northwest.
Oh, okay.
So on my way here, N4, N1, somewhere around there are a lot of plots there. Then I'll pick up chickens, drop them on a Friday night, and then the next day we sell. Take the parky, drive around the village and start selling. So that when I'm home, I don't just come here and galavant and do stupid things. But at least I make money. Petrol to drive back. That's how I actually started.
So you're just financing your trips.
So I'm financing my trips with this chicken. If I come on a Friday and that Saturday and Sunday I sell all the 200 chickens, I have nice profit to drive back and to also buy more chickens and drive again. That's when I realized, okay, there's money into these things. Right? And then COVID, just before COVID, then I was like, maybe I should do this thing full time. Because I remember just before COVID-19, around December, I had an order of 700 chickens. From one customer. Like, can you provide us with 700 chickens? They were at 65 rands each. But no, it's fine. Then at that time, the chicken was like 45 rands or 40 rands.
Before COVID chicken.
Before COVID, go Pretoria. So I bought those chickens there, 700. I asked the guy, can he deliver the Momo Kopani? Then he said, no, we can share the transportation cost. I can deliver those chickens. And then he delivered the chickens. We put them in a house.
So you were just a middleman there?
I was just a middleman. And then, the profits were good. Just one delivery. And I'm like, okay.
Hey, you made a killing.
I made a killing with just one client. I'm like, okay, if I can raise these chickens and I have 10 of these customers a month, do I really need to work? No, plus I'm frustrated. And I don't like this matrix. I don't want to be told when to wake up and when to sleep and when to go out and when to shop, because of you're forced to be at a 9 to 5 or 7 to 4 job. Weekends you are miserable. Only 2 days, go back to work. So my life, I was just frustrated of being controlled by the system of working. Then I'm like, okay, let me start my chicken houses. Then I planned it, spoke to the wife, then we agreed, and I'm like, okay, I've got land. It's actually on the N11. It's a busy road, number one. So as soon as people see the chicken houses, there's chickens. So then we agreed, and then I started. Then I built, the houses, then I resigned.
Oh, so you built the house before, then you resigned up.
I built the houses, and then I resigned.
Oh, that was a smart move.
That was a smart move.
Yeah, because what I did, actually, I was in intern after graduation. I'm still young. I was intern. Then after, during my internship, I didn't like the job. Actually. I was just there for the money. So, and it was during COVID when I was working.
Okay.
So I had to stay home for I think like 5 months without going to work, but I was still getting paid anyway. So I was just saving that money.
Yeah.
So came 2020 during COVID, December, November.
Yeah.
So our contract was about to end, and they said they can speak to people in the management to say let's just increase this kids' contract since they've been here with us during 2020 and it was during COVID and they didn't learn anything. Yeah. How about we give them a new contract just to teach them something for this year? Okay, sure. Then I said, man, this thing's off coming here every day and sleep. I'm going home to start a business.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm gonna see flames. Hey.
Yeah, it's not always. It's not
easy this thing to start.
It's not always easy, and it's not always as profitable.
Yeah, because my problem was that I was like. I started during Easter time last year. So I only had one chicken coop, which means I'm going to have to wait until I finish selling and clean and wait it for rest, then put another bunch of chickens. Yeah. So the period where I was waiting, it will take me a month or two waiting to put a new batch of chicken.
Sure. And that will take you another 6 weeks to grow. So you've got 2 months of not doing anything.
But by that time I'm running out of cash.
Sure. No, that's
so for you, like you build it first, then you resign.
I built first. Remember when I started, I didn't start with all these chicken houses. I only started with one. It was only one chicken house.
This one, not this one.
That one.
That one.
Yeah, it was CH01.
Yeah.
And then we put chickens. As we were busy growing chickens in CH01, and I remember I still had a chicken house at home, which had chickens. So now I've got 2 chicken houses. Then we built the third one, as we were busy with this one.
This one?
Yeah. No.
Oh, because there are 2 that side.
Yes, there are 2 that side. So I was increasing the capacity. Remember, even this one, I can even take it further down there or up there.
Yeah.
It's just steel and stuff. Yeah. So I gradually built the chicken houses. So this batch will fund the other chicken house. And this other chicken house will fund the other chicken house. Yeah. So if I were to build 3 more, they will be from the profits of these 2 or of these 4 chicken houses. So that's how I did it progressively. Like I didn't start by building all of them and put chickens. No, it was one, put chickens, sell them, then build another one. New chicks. While they were like 2-3 weeks, then we finish this one, we put new chicks. Then we sell like that. So we don't run out of chickens. So that's why when you see here, you've got 6 weeks there, 5 weeks there, 4 weeks here, 1 week here.
So we're still going to have another one?
I'm going to build more. Yeah, I mean,
are you planning to go into crops?
I want to do crops, but not for commercial purposes, but to produce my own feed. For my own feed.
Yeah, that's the problem. Everybody's trying to produce their own feed.
Because the feed is expensive. It keeps increasing every 2 to 3 months. You've got new prices. Chicks are going up all the time. So the bigger plan, obviously, is to have my own parent stock.
Yeah.
Have my own feed that I can produce.
Yeah.
Have my own hatchery, of course. And have my chicken houses and have my own registered abattoir.
So you want to run the whole operation?
So I run the whole value chain. And have my distribution vehicles to sell to whoever that needs chicken.
No.
So that's the big plan. But obviously you have to...
Yeah, it takes time. It's a marathon.
Yeah. Eventually even have a restaurant.
That's where I want to go.
We breed chickens, we grow them, we feed them with our own feed. We slaughter them ourselves. We sell them as either live or slaughtered, depending on the customer's needs. And eventually we bride if you want it, bride or fried or cooked, whichever way.
Because I also want to open a place where I can sell the chicken dust. Because I realized those guys are making a killing. From each chicken, they can make like $200.
Yeah, of course.
Because they sell one plate for 50 rand.
Yes.
And
it's like four
pieces.
quarters.
Yeah.
And they're still inside and they...
You see? They're making a killing, those guys.
Yeah, they do.
That's where I want to go. So, last year, December, I think it was December, we had a problem of chicken dying. What happened?
Man, like I said, it's a combination of few things. I think there it was poor quality of chicks. Because it was not only myself that was going through that.
A lot of people.
If it was myself, then I would say maybe my biosecurity measures are not in place. Something's not right. But it was a lot of us, a lot of black farmers specifically. We were getting poor quality chicks. They all grow nicely, but then when they start to get to 4 weeks, they start dying in big numbers.
And that's when you know you have to start making money.
And that's when you think you can start selling. Especially to resellers. Resellers, they don't care about the size. As long as the quality is good, they can still keep them for another week or two before they sell them. So when you're about to, even resellers, when they come and buy, they call you the next day. I lost 4 of the chickens that you sold me yesterday.
And that's bad for business.
And that's bad for me. And it was happening. And those are the challenges that comes with this type of a business. Sometimes
I also had a challenge like that. But for me, they were not growing. So I send my supplier a text. Yo, man, my chicken are not growing. And I trust you. Always I buy from you. And the guy says, if you're not buying feeds from us, then it's not our problem.
You see, and that's the problem with a lot of our suppliers. They are also middlemen to us. And when you go and complain to them, they don't even listen to you.
Instead of them going back and complain to where...
No. They will tell you either there's something wrong with your chicken houses, there's something wrong with your feed, there's something wrong with your medication program, or there's something wrong with your lighting. They'll find an excuse. And I even invite them to say, look, if you are willing to come and see my chicken houses, you can come. You can advise me further if maybe, yes, there's something wrong with yes.
What is it that I'm
doing? But they'll tell you, no, you are the only customer that is complaining. Only to know that, no, it's not only me alone. There's a lot of us. But they just don't really care.
They always find a way to say, nah, it's not our fault.
They always find a way not to take the responsibility. But I tell you, the quality of chicks is a problem sometimes.
Nah, it is a big
And if either they don't grow or they die.
Yeah.
And obviously you invest into these chickens. You buy feed, you buy the chicks, you grow them for a certain period of time for you to get the returns. And if you don't get the returns, then it's a problem. Because the business cannot...
When they're not growing, sometimes I wish they can just die when they're old.
Exactly.
Because I can't kill them. I can't watch this thing eating my money. Sometimes I wish like this thing can just die when they're old.
That's the thing. Whether you use good quality feed or not, if the chicks are bad, they are bad.
They're not gonna
and they won't tell you. And I got to meet one of these. Okay, the guy used to work for one of the commercial farmers.
Yeah.
Right? And this commercial farm is based somewhere here in Limpopo. Ne? And then the guy used to work there. And I think he was a supervisor or something. But he had a position of influence in a way. Yeah. So he understood where they buy chicks from and for how much and which feed are they, which medications. So he was also involved there. So one day he came here, and by the way, he was just driving past. Then he saw the chicken houses. He came in. So he just wanted to find out. I think if you do work with chickens, whenever you see a chicken house, you get excited. You want to go in and see and find out. So he came in and we spoke. Then he asked me, where do you get your chicks? I told them I get them from this shop, but the hatchery, it's this type of hatchery. Then he said, yeah, man, I used to work for a commercial farm, and they were also getting chicks from that hatchery.
Yeah.
Then I asked them I asked him the numbers. How much were you guys receiving, like on a weekly basis? Then he will tell me about 50,000 every week that they receive.
Yeah.
from that hatchery. I said, like 50,000 chicks. They even give you more in case of mortality.
Yeah.
And then I asked him, how were the chicks? Were they of good quality? Then he said, you know what? What these people do is, commercial farmers, they give them good quality.
Grade A.
Grade A. We don't get grade A's here.
But
I really can argue with most of this.
I believe that's how farming is. Even in crop farming, those who sell veggies at the street, they're not getting grade A.
Exactly. So he told me, you know what, you guys, you don't necessarily get grade A's.
Yeah.
And by the way, we buy their chicks more expensive than the commercial farmer.
Yeah.
They buy their chicks very cheap because they take big numbers.
Yeah.
Right? We buy our chicks very expensive, but it's still not grade A.
Yeah.
Maybe in a batch of 100,
they can put
I would say 30% or even less, it will be grade A.
Yeah.
The rest is nonsense.
Because you can see after 4 weeks, you'll know you're gonna have like few.
You can see this I can start selling.
That's how I can start selling.
The rest, you'll wait for until 6, 7, 8 weeks sometimes. You know, so it's unfortunate. We are not commercial farmers. We are small scale. We sort of get the crumbs of the chicks. We don't get the actual grade. We don't, unfortunately.
So about feed, how much do you buy your starter?
Currently, the starter that I buy is $3.95.
Yes.
From here. And that's the cheapest you can find in town. It's $3.95. Other than that, if you want good quality, you know, like those big brands, you must be willing to pay like $4.50.
Because what I did for me, I saw the crisis coming this year. That no, the feed is going to be too expensive. Yeah. And I know that a feed can last for like 6 months.
6 months too.
Before they expire.
Yeah.
So in January, I went and bought more feed.
Okay.
Mostly starter. Because I know it's the most expensive one.
To last you for some time.
To last me like for the next like 6 cycles to come.
Oh yeah, no, that was a good move.
Because I think if farmers can start doing that, let's say we know we don't have money, but we're still small. But I believe if we can buy feed for like 6 months, I think we can be sorted.
Look, I think it's for me, it's beyond that. For me, it's more about collaboration. If you're a farmer and I'm a farmer, and you've got other fellow farmers, how about we buy feed in bulk at a cheaper price? We can do that, and we can save money when we buy like that.
Yeah, actually,
when you buy directly from the manufacturer, then we buy from not even middlemen, flipping fourth person to sell this feed, to resell this feed that we buy.
So, how many people work here at the farm?
We are, excluding myself, there's 3 guys.
3 guys
that are working here.
Yeah, creating employment.
Yeah, no, I do. I actually have a total of 7 employees.
Full-time and...
3 full-time. The other 4 are
part-time.
Are like part-time.
Oh, when you need them.
When I need them. But they're on my payroll. I have to pay. There is something to be done for them every week. Oh, okay. So there's like 7 of them and myself.
You create 7 jobs. It means you are feeding 7 families.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing with me. That's one of the things that I really, really, really feel blessed about. That I can at least provide, for other families. I mean, one of the women that is working, I was very proud the other day. I lay by a fridge, and then 2 months later, I lay in John. I'm like, at least now she's on a fridge. Then she can put fridging, and those are the small things. But I was very proud.
No, I believe next time when I come back here, I'll find more houses.
Yeah, we want to grow. I mean, for me, I want to grow. I want people next to me to grow. I want my employees to grow. I've advised all of them to have chicken houses, backyard, so that they can buy here and then sell from there. So they don't only have one income. Yeah. It's my income plus the chickens that they're selling.
The profit that they'll be making.
They'll be making. So I've Babang, yes, they're doing it. Some, they don't really have the energy. But I want them to grow. I want to grow. I want to get to a point where, when there's a wedding or there's a funeral, everything that is being catered there is from this farm.
Starting from the meat to the
the meat to the vegetables. Yeah. Everything. The only thing that they'll buy is coffee. Yeah, but all the veggies, they must be from here. And free. Not even, sell them to my... If it's like a nephew, a cousin doing... Hey, you can come and pick up a cow and 50 chickens and so much spinach, bunches of spinach and onions and all of those things. So that they, I want to get to a point where I do that, and sustainably so.
Are you gonna get there? Man?
I want to get there.
Are you gonna get there?
Money is not actually an issue, but obviously it comes with everything.
Yeah.
But at the bottom of it, I should be able to assist my family, my close people, my relatives, the disadvantaged and stuff like that.
I want to ask you this question that people always ask me. How do I start farming?
Farming, it's not for everyone. That's the thing. Farming, it's you must have passion for it. You must love it. You can't just decide to start farming. It's actually a calling.
Because a chicken will die and will start crying.
A chicken will cry. Besides that, I mean, who would prefer to be, that
that's man actually.
Yeah, you go in there, you come out, because of you picking up some of the chickens. You go to the car, you are in a hurry, your car suddenly
that's my car.
It's not easy. And they want to smell good, they want to smell colognes, and socialize. And farming, that life is no longer there. You must know what socializing if you really want to be a farmer. Yeah. You socialize at your own farm.
That's why I stopped drinking alcohol.
You did well.
Because I had an issue. I'll go out on Saturdays. Yeah. Sunday morning, people are calling. Hey, man, we want salted chicken. But that time, you hang over.
It's a hangover, and you must process maybe so many chickens. And you can't. And then maybe you don't have the capacity to hire like others that can hire. Yeah, you must do them yourself and deliver. And hangover, you can't. Then you come with excuses. Okay, let's check Monday or Tuesday. That's bad. If a customer wants a product from you, you must be able to deliver. Unless, of course, there are exceptional reasons why you cannot deliver. But if it's hangover, cannot be an excuse, cannot be a reason why you cannot supply a chicken or why you cannot do your business. So if you really want to socialize, I forget farming. Unless if you are like very big, you no longer run things on your own. You've got managers that are doing your stuff. Maybe then you can socialize. But if you are a startup, like you said, how do I start a farming business? You must forget about most of these things. Really, like for real. If you're still Mapiano, whoever freak, forget it.
Forget about it.
Yeah. You must play your Mapiano here with the chicken.
So you have 2 daughters?
I have 2 beautiful daughters and a son.
Oh, okay. So they also come here and help you sometimes?
Yeah, they come. They come when... Remember my family is in Rustenburg? They still work, they still stay there.
Oh, your family is staying in
Rustenburg? My wife is still working there. Oh, so I did the project here because of the bigger plan is to remove them from Rustenburg
and bring them
and come back home. Because my kids are now speaking Setswana and Rabapedi more Matebele. And now they are learning the language. And for me, it's toxic. And the sooner I remove them from there, the better. But I need to work hard. Leonard resign from the mines, from the matrix. But it's only a matter of time. It will happen eventually.
Yeah, but it's a youth decision. Resigning from the mine.
Man, it's not easy. Like I said, it's a calling. You can't decide to resign okra a nice salary. Like I told you, with that pay slip, you can go to any shop. They give you credit. Banks, whoever. Because if they see, permanent employee, company number, everything matches. Okay, nice take home salary. Okay. We'll make money with farming. As long as you can mitigate the risk that comes with broilers.
Yeah, but I think it's all about patience. If you don't have patience for it, I don't think you should do it.
No.
If you don't have patience, just leave it to those who have patience for it.
I've seen people started farms and then they left. Not because of maybe what? It's not profitable.
Yeah,
the life of being a farmer.
Sometimes because people see you and they say, if this guy left his full-time and well-paying job to start a family, why can't I do it also? But they forget that you have passion for this thing.
It's my man, I'll tell you, at the 31st of December, the workers, they go.
Yeah, it's you alone. Yeah.
The farm must be, it's you alone, most likely. Or maybe with one worker, all already decided not to go. Yeah. Because of December, everyone goes. We've got so many chickens. Tomorrow, get you one. People are thinking, hey, where can we get a chicken to buy? So you must be there to service everyone. Yeah, so when I target January, maybe Mola put you down, then you can have your time.
You have your own time.
And your holiday if you want to take
it. I think we can speak the whole day.
No, definitely. But shout out to what well or they want to do farming. It's there can never be more than enough farmers. Yeah, we need as many farmers as possible.
Especially with these organizations right now that they're trying to say South African broiler producing chicken are not enough to supply the whole South Africa.
Of course, I looked at the master plan, and it's one of the documents that I read before I started with broiler chickens. Because as I was doing research, I got to see this master plan or government or they so. Well, I don't have the numbers by heart now, but they were talking about imports that are coming through. We don't produce as much, blah, 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 blah. They're encouraging more farmers to come through. Then I was like, here's an opportunity.
Because right now they say there are no farmers.
Good. You said it right. No, I'm 40 years. Yeah. No, I'm old. Yeah. I'm not a youth anymore.
Yeah.
And the youth that, if you apply for funding, they are looking for women, they are looking for youth, they're looking for disabled. Yeah, 35 and below. Yeah. I'm way over 35 now.
Yeah, you don't qualify for
I don't qualify for youth programs, I don't qualify for any of those things. But I'm passionate and serious about what I'm doing. Yeah. And those 32-year-olds and younger people that they're looking for, they're not in the field.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do this. They want to go to events and the black coffees and of this world and stuff. I want to do this. Why can they be exceptional? You say, okay, he's 40 years, he's no longer young, and I've never been funded. We never talked about funding, but I've never been funded. Everything was self-funded.
Until today, you never got any grants, any feed,
no,
any
nothing.
And you're still going.
And I'm still going. Despite the challenges, steady mortality, I still find a way.
Yeah.
You know, and you go to the government and say, guys, I need apply. But you can see the red tape, 35 years.
Yeah, because the other day I went to IDC and I was checking with them how they fund farmers and blah, blah. And they were telling me you have to be commercial.
You see, how do you get commercial if you don't start small scale? You can't just be on top of a double story without taking steps. There must be steps.
Having a foundation.
We start here, then you learn about these things. You understand behavior of chickens. You understand the business. You understand the markets. Then you can go.
They said I must write a business plan and submit it. And I was like, okay, I will write it and submit it. Everything looks good on the paper.
Man. I don't believe in those things. Sorry for that. But business plan is here, man.
Yeah, true.
Paper, people that, well, I know a few of commercial farmers that I've met somewhere. Yeah. They've never raised chickens.
Yeah.
They were taken and say, okay, Are.
Yes,
and they don't own their businesses.
They're just the front.
They're just fronting with them, most of them. So I want my own craft. Like I say, I want my thing. Yeah, I want something that...
The hunger and the energy you have is the same thing that I have. Because I believe in my own thing. And
sure.
About how much money I'm going to make when.
Yes.
But as long as I can walk the journey the way I want.
Of course.
I'm satisfied.
Of course. Like, are not the off days as farmers. There's no off day. We work every day because we produce food. Yeah. People eat. The fact that people are eating every day, it means you must work every day. So if you decide to take a holiday, of course, you still have people that will be looking for your staff or for the company. And for me, like I approached it with the guys, I tell them, this is our farm. It's not my farm. It's
Yeah.
our farm. If chickens die because of we don't look after them and we bypass the biosecurity measures, we are all not going to get paid.
So it's our problem.
Where am I going to pay you if the chickens died?
Yeah.
So you must understand that you must look after this farm so that we can all get paid come month end. And then we can all be sustainable. I mean, I've got a small garden in Yanakara. We've planted, so far we've planted spinach, we've planted onions, there's tomatoes, there's butternuts, there's morojo here and there, there's mangoes, I've started because of this farm is like, it's a 2-hectare farm, it's not that big. However,
no, it's big enough for chickens.
It's big enough for chickens.